Are you ready to master the world of cloud-native observability and ace your monitoring certification? Today, we are diving deep into 30 exam-level questions for Prometheus and Grafana that will test your knowledge on PromQL, alerting, and dashboarding. In this video, we will cover Prometheus and Grafana practice questions, full DevOps monitoring certification prep, master DevOps monitoring with this comprehensive practice test for Prometheus and Grafana. This video covers the essential domains of Prometheus and Grafana, including data collection, storage, querying with PromQL, and visualizing metrics with Grafana dashboards. Before we begin, make sure to grab a pen and paper to track your score. Let's see if you can get all 30 correct. Which component of the Prometheus ecosystem is responsible for handling alerts sent by the Prometheus server? Option A, Push Gateway. Option B, Alertmanager. Option C, Node Exporter. Option D, Grafana. The correct answer is B. The Alertmanager is a standalone binary that handles alerts sent by client applications such as the Prometheus server. It takes care of deduplicating, grouping, and routing them to the correct receiver integration such as email, PagerDuty, or Slack. While Prometheus discovers triggers based on alerting rules, it does not manage the notification pipeline itself. That is the specific role of Alertmanager. What is the difference between a range vector and an instant vector in PromQL? Option A. Instant vectors return a single value for each series at a specific point in time, while range vectors return a set of values over a duration. Option B. Range vectors are used for graphing, while instant vectors are used only for alerting. Option C. Instant vectors require a time duration in brackets like 5 meters, while range vectors do not. Option D. There is no functional difference. They are used interchangeably in expressions. The correct answer is A. An instant vector represents a set of time series containing a single sample for each time series, all sharing the same timestamp. A range vector represents a set of time series containing a range of data points over time for each series, e.g., 5 meters. Range vectors cannot be graphed directly. They must be transformed into instant vectors using functions like rate, irate, or increase. How does Prometheus primarily collect metrics from targets? Option A. Targets push data to Prometheus via UDP. Option B. Prometheus pulls metrics by scraping HTTP endpoints. Option C. Prometheus uses SSH to execute commands on remote servers. Option D. Metrics are sent via SNMP traps to the Prometheus server. The correct answer is B. Prometheus is primarily a pull-based monitoring system. It scrapes, downloads, metrics from targets by making HTTP requests to a specific path, usually metrics. This model allows Prometheus to easily detect if a target is down and prevents targets from overwhelming the monitoring system with pushed data. The push gateway exists for short-lived jobs, but the standard remains the pull model. Which Grafana feature allows you to create dynamic dashboards where users can change variables like namespace or server ID? Option A. Annotations. Option B. Variables. Templating. Option C. Transformation. Option D. Library panels. The correct answer is B. Grafana variables. formerly known as templating, allow you to create interactive and dynamic dashboards. Instead of hard-coding values like a specific host name in your PromQL queries, you use a variable, e.g., $host. This allows users to select a value from a drop-down menu at the top of the dashboard, which then updates all panels automatically. What is the default data retention period for a standard Prometheus installation? Option A, 7 days. Option B, 15 days. Option C, 30 days. Option D, 90 days. The correct answer is B. By default, Prometheus keeps its time series data for 15 days. This is controlled by the flag, storage, tsdb, retention, time. For longer-term storage, users typically integrate Prometheus with remote storage solutions like Thanos, Cortex, or Victoria Metrics, as Prometheus's local storage is not designed for multi-year data durability. Which Prometheus metric type is used to represent a value that can go up and down, such as memory usage or the number of active threads? Option A, counter. Option B, gauge. Option C, histogram. Option D, summary. The correct answer is B. A gauge is a metric that represents a single numerical value that can arbitrarily go up and down. Common examples include temperature, current memory usage, or the number of concurrent requests. This differs from a counter, which can only increase or reset to 0, and is used for things like total request counts or errors. Which function should be used to calculate the per-second average rate of increase for a counter? Metric over a 5-minute window. Accounting for counter resets? Option A, AVG underscore over underscore time. Metric underscore name. 5 meters. Option B, delta. Metric underscore name. 5 meters. Option C, rate. Metric underscore name. 5 meters. Option D, increase. Metric underscore name. 5 meters. The correct answer is C. The rate function calculates the per-second average rate of increase in a time series in a range vector. It is specifically designed for counters because it automatically handles counter resets. E.g., when a process restarts and the counter goes back to 0, increase is similar but returns the total increase over the period rather than the per-second rate. In the Prometheus.iml config file, which section defines the targets to be scraped and how often? Option A, global. Option B, rule underscore files. Option C, scrape underscore configs. Option D, alerting. The correct answer is C. The scrape underscore configs section is where you specify the jobs and targets Prometheus should monitor. Each job defines a set of targets, static or discovered, and parameters like scrape underscore interval and scrape underscore timeout. The global section sets defaults, but scrape underscore configs is the primary area for target definition. What is the primary language used to write queries for a Prometheus data source within Grafana? Option A, SQL. Option B, LogQL. Option C, PromQL. Option D, Flux. The correct answer is C. PromQL, Prometheus Query Language, is the functional query language used to select and aggregate time series data in Prometheus. Since Grafana acts as a visualization layer for Prometheus, you must write your queries in PromQL within the Grafana panel editor to fetch the desired metrics. Which exporter would you use to monitor hardware and OS metrics like CPU load and disk I/O for a Linux server? Option A, Black Box Exporter. Option B, Node Exporter. Option C, Push Gateway. Option D, Cube State Metrics. The correct answer is B. The Node Exporter is the standard Prometheus exporter used to measure system-level metrics of NICs kernels. It exposes a wide variety of hardware and kernel-related metrics. Black Box Exporter is for probing endpoints, HTTP, TCP, and Push Gateway is for batch jobs. What is the effect of using by instance in a PromQL aggregation like sum HTTP_requests_total by instance single quote question mark? Option A, it groups the total sum into separate values for each unique instance label. Option B, it filters the results to only show the instance label. Option C, it sorts the results alphabetically by the instance name. Option D, it removes the instance label from the output. The correct answer is A. The by clause in PromQL is used for grouping aggregations. When you use sum by instance single quote, Prometheus calculates the sum but keeps the instance label, resulting in a separate sum for every unique instance found in the data. Without the by clause, sum would return a single scalar value for the entire dataset. In a Prometheus alerting rule, what does the for duration signify? Option A, how long the alert should stay active after the condition is resolved. Option B, the time period the condition must remain true before the alert changes from pending to firing. Option C, the frequency at which the alerting rule is evaluated. Option D, the amount of time Alertmanager waits before sending a notification. The correct answer is B. The for clause is used to prevent flapping or noisy alerts. If a condition is met, the alert enters a pending state only if the condition stays true for the entire for duration. E.g., 5 minutes. Does the alert transition to the firing state and get sent to Alertmanager? Which panel type in Grafana is best suited for showing a single large aggregate value like total uptime or current temperature? Option A, table. Option B, stat panel. Option C, time series. Option D, gauge panel. The correct answer is B. The stat panel, formerly part of single stat, is designed to show one big main value with optional graph sparklines. It is ideal for high-level overview dashboards where you want to see a single KPI clearly. While a gauge panel also shows a single value, the stat panel is more flexible for text and background coloring based on thresholds. When would you use the Prometheus Push Gateway? Option A, to monitor long-running services with high traffic. Option B, to monitor short-lived batch jobs that may not exist long enough to be scraped. Option C, to bypass firewall restrictions for all internal targets. Option D, to store metrics permanently for long-term archival. The correct answer is B. The push gateway is intended for service-level batch jobs that are short-lived. Since these jobs may exit before Prometheus scrapes them, they push their metrics to the push gateway, which then persists the metrics so Prometheus can pull them at its own pace. It is not recommended for service monitoring due to potential data staleness. What is the standard text-based format that Prometheus uses for exposing metrics? Option A, JSON. Option B, XML. Option C, Open Metrics, plain text. Option D, YAML. The correct answer is C. Prometheus uses a simple line-based text format. Each line represents a sample with the metric name, optional labels in curly braces, the value, and an optional timestamp. This format has evolved into the Open Metrics standard, which is widely adopted by other monitoring tools as well. Which operator is used to perform a left-join style matching between two different metrics based on a specific label? Option A, on. Option B, ignoring. Option C, group_left. Option D, group_right. The correct answer is C. In PromQL, when performing binary operations between two vectors with different labels, you use on or ignoring for matching to perform a many-to-one match. Similar to a SQL left join, you use group_left. This allows you to take labels from the one side and include them in the result of the many side. What is the primary benefit of using service discovery over static config in Prometheus? Option A. It is more secure than static IPs. Option B. It automatically detects and updates targets in dynamic environments like Kubernetes or AWS. Option C. It reduces the CPU usage of the Prometheus server. Option D. It allows Prometheus to scrape targets without HTTP. The correct answer is B. In modern cloud environments, infrastructure is ephemeral. Servers come and go. Static configuration would require a Prometheus restart every time a new server is added. Service discovery, SD, plugins, like Kubernetes_SD_configs or Oz_EC2_SD_configs, allow Prometheus to query an API to find targets automatically, making it highly scalable. Where are Grafana's internal alerts, unified alerting, stored? Option A. Inside the Prometheus TSDB. Option B. In the Grafana backend database, e.g., SQLite, Postgres. Option C. In a separate Alertmanager instance only. Option D. They are not stored. They exist only in memory. The correct answer is B. Grafana Unified Alerting stores alert rules and state in its own backend database. SQLite by default, or Postgres, MySQL in production, while Grafana can send alerts to an external alert manager. The definitions themselves are part of the Grafana configuration data. What happens during a Prometheus checkpoint process in the TSDB? Option A. It creates a backup of the entire database to S3. Option B. It compacts the write-ahead log wall and creates a new segment to manage disk space. Option C. It verifies the integrity of the remote write connection. Option D. It deletes all metrics that haven't been scraped in 24 hours. The correct answer is B. To prevent the write-ahead log wall from growing infinitely, Prometheus periodically performs a checkpoint. This involves reading the current wall, identifying which data has already been persisted to long-term blocks on disk, and creating a summarized checkpoint file so older wall segments can be safely deleted. In the context of the 3 pillars of observability, Prometheus primarily focuses on which pillar? Option A, logs. Option B, traces. Option C, metrics. Option D, events. The correct answer is C. Prometheus is a metrics-based monitoring tool. Metrics are numerical representations of data measured over intervals, while other tools in the stack, like Grafana Loki for logs and Tempo for tracing, handle the other pillars. Prometheus is specialized for time series metrics. What is the purpose of the Transform tab in a Grafana panel configuration? Option A, to change the visual color of the graph lines. Option B, to manipulate and reformat data, e.g., join, filter, or rename fields after it is fetched from the data source. Option C, to switch the data source from Prometheus to InfluxDB. Option D, to animate the dashboard transitions. The correct answer is B. The Transform tab allows you to perform data processing on the result set within the Grafana UI. This is useful when the data source, like Prometheus, returns data in a format that isn't ideal for a specific visualization. You can use transformations to merge series, calculate new fields, or filter out specific labels without changing the PromQL query. Which relabeling phase occurs before a target is scraped? Option A, metric underscore relabel underscore configs. Option B, relabel underscore configs. Option C, alert underscore relabel underscore configs. Option D, write underscore relabel underscore configs. The correct answer is B. Relabel underscore configs happens before the scrape occurs. It allows you to filter targets, change the address, or add labels based on metadata from service discovery. Metric underscore relabel underscore configs happens after the scrape but before the data is ingested into the database. How would you select all metrics with the name http underscore requests underscore total, where the status label starts with 5, e.g., 500, 503? Option A, http underscore requests underscore total, status equals 5 asterisk. Option B, http underscore requests underscore total, status equals tilde, 5. Option C, http underscore requests underscore total, status equals tilde, 5, asterisk. Option D, http underscore requests underscore total, status equals 5xx. The correct answer is C. PromQL supports regex, regular expression matching for labels using the equals tilde operator to match any value starting with 5. The regex 5 asterisk 5 followed by any number of characters is the correct syntax. Using equals would perform a literal string match. Which exporter is used to check the availability and latency of endpoints via protocols like HTTP, HTTPS, DNS, TCP, and ICMP? Option A, Blackbox exporter. Option B, CloudWatch exporter. Option C, SNMP exporter. Option D. HA proxy exporter. The correct answer is A. The black box exporter allows Prometheus to probe endpoints from the outside. Unlike Node Exporter, which runs on the host, black box exporter is used for probing to see if a website is up, if a DNS record resolves, or if a certificate is about to expire. What is inhibition in the context of Alertmanager? Option A. The process of deleting old alerts. Option B. A feature to suppress certain alerts if other specific alerts are already firing. Option C. The delay before an alert is sent to a receiver. Option D. The mechanism to group multiple alerts into one email. The correct answer is B. Inhibition rules allow you to silence a set of alerts if another set of alerts is already firing. For example, if an entire data center is down, firing alert, you can inhibit, suppress individual, server down alerts for that data center to avoid alert fatigue. By default, does Prometheus include built-in user authentication, login, password, for its web UI? Option A. Yes. It uses admin by default. Option B. No. It traditionally relies on a reverse proxy, like Nginx, for authentication. Option C. Yes. But only in the Docker version. Option D. No. Prometheus cannot be secured. The correct answer is B. Historically, Prometheus did not include any authentication. Users were expected to secure the endpoint using a reverse proxy with basic auth or OAuth. Recent versions have added basic auth support via a configuration file, but it is not enabled by default, and a proxy is still a common production practice. Why would an administrator use Prometheus recording rules? Option A. To record the screen of the Grafana dashboard. Option B. To pre-compute frequently needed or computationally expensive expressions and save the result as a new time series. Option C. To store metrics in a CSV format for Excel reporting. Option D. To automatically restart services when they fail. The correct answer is B. Recording rules allow you to run a PromQL expression, like a complex rate calculation, on a schedule and save the result as a new metric. This is highly effective for speeding up dashboards that would otherwise have to calculate heavy queries every time the page refreshes. Which of the following is not a native data source supported by Grafana? Option A. Elasticsearch. Option B. CloudWatch. Option C. Microsoft Excel. XLSX. File upload. Option D. Azure Monitor. The correct answer is C. Grafana is designed for time series databases and cloud APIs like Elasticsearch, CloudWatch, and Prometheus. It does not support direct Excel file uploads as a native data source in the same way, though there are community plugins or CSV workarounds. It is not a primary function of the tool. What does the expression up equals O return in Prometheus? Option A. All targets that are currently unreachable are down. Option B. The total number of servers in the fleet. Option C. The uptime of the Prometheus server itself. Option D. A list of targets that have been deleted. The correct answer is A. The UP metric is a special synthetic metric generated by Prometheus for every target it scrapes. If the scrape was successful, the value is 1. If it failed, the value is 0. Therefore, UP == 0 is the most common way to identify failing targets in alerting rules. What is federation in Prometheus? Option A. A way for one Prometheus server to scrape selected time series from another Prometheus server. Option B. The process of merging two different Grafana instances. Option C. A method to encrypt data between exporters and Prometheus. Option D. The standard for naming metrics in a Kubernetes cluster. The correct answer is A. Federation allows a global Prometheus server to aggregate data from child local Prometheus servers. This is useful for multi-datacenter monitoring or hierarchical monitoring where you want local data to stay local but still have a high-level overview in a central location. That's a wrap on our 30 Prometheus and Grafana practice questions. How many did you get right? Let us know your score in the comments section below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more DevOps certification content. Don't forget to check the link in the description for the full exam preparation course. For the full-length practice exam and premium study materials, check out the link in the description below.